The film starts by showing a company that was named WifeLike. Their job was to manufacture the android wife. It means they're actually robots but can look like anyone's wife. Whoever buy android wives, they do all their work. Like cooking and fulfilling all their needs. Android exactly works the same way as it is designed. She looks like a real human. If someone puts their dead wife's memories in it, then she will do everything just like her wife. That is why thousands of people were using her. These android wives look and behave like real humans. That some companies said that they should be treated as real humans. But there was also a company that used free these androids after kidnapping them. This company is called Abduction Company. That used to help android in a way. That's why WifeLike company gave this job to some people. To bring back these android wives who are called agents. One of these agents was William, who was able to bring back a lot of android wives. The manager of WifeLike company says to him, "Your wife is dead, right? But you don't have to worry about it. Because we have made an android wife like your wife. In which we have put all your wife's memories. So, that you won't feel the absence of your wife. She will love you just like your wife Meredith." And William takes this android wife, he brings this new Meredith to his house, and he makes her wear his wife's clothes and starts her. Here android Meredith's behavior was very strange. Because she was saying Meredith instead of me, William teaches Meredith everything. Like how to eat, how to walk, how to breathe, etc. William thinks that he will learn everything with time. And will treat her like his wife. So, no one will even know that she is an android. Now they both go to their room to spend the night. But Meredith has to go to another room to charge herself. There she finds the real Meredith's hairbrush and a diary. The next morning, when Meredith was making breakfast for William, then some people were protesting in the news. After seeing this, Meredith asks him, "What do you do?" William says that "I am an agent. And I work for the well-being and safety of the people." After this, William goes to the office. Later Meredith sees herself after putting clothes and makeup on herself. William was talking with his partner about the recent kidnappings of some androids. Here he was also talking about the leader of Abduction Company. Has there any news about him, that no one knows who he is, because he only knew his name. They have never seen him. He was also getting information about the place, where the Abduction Company kept the kidnapped androids. And finally, after a lot of searching, he gets to know about that place. Here this task is given to William. That he goes there and after freeing the androids, brings them back to the company. When he reaches there, he sees that an android is running from there. William puts a current collar around her neck. After which he grabs her after flowing current through her, then he takes out the current collar from his neck and asks her, "How many people are there in the house where you were kidnapped?" She says that there are a lot of people. Then when he goes inside, he sees a robber there. He was practicing boxing. William easily kills him and moves to the other room. That was a lab and he sees that an android is being redesigned and freed. In such a short time, a robber comes here. He had pointed a gun at an android. Even after being threatened by William, when he does not leave him, William kills him with a bullet. In the house, Meredith lies on her bed to charge herself. Where a dream function starts running, and she goes to the world of dreams where she meets a boy who will help her in the world of dreams. In her first dream, he shows Meredith at a birthday party. Where William welcomes her, but then a girl comes there and starts dancing with Meredith. Then after a while, she sends him to meet a mask-wearing man. Meredith asks the man wearing the mask, "Who are you?" On which the man shows her a red bird card and says, "You can keep this card, it will be easier for you to remember everything through it." After giving the card, the mask-wearing man leaves from there. There in the company, William brings back all the kidnapped androids safely. Where they all had to be redesigned. Here 2 senior androids try to irritate William. William finds out that these 2 senior androids are not working properly. It means, the way they should be with their husbands, they are not living. They always get lost. That's why they were brought to this company again and again to fix them. The next morning, Meredith asks Moss-wearing man from the dream man who will help her in the dream. She also tells him to make a list of her old works, that she had done before in her life. Here the boy tells Meredith the list of her works. She is quite surprised to see that the work of sewing missing there. Because after waking up, she was very eager to do the sewing. Here the boy puts Meredith's list and the work of sewing in her memory. After coming out of the dream, she begins to make the red bird of the card on a pillow cover. The card that the mask-wearing man had given her. After this, she leaves with the cycle. At the very center of the road, she finds a woman standing who is a human. In order to save her, the cycle goes out of her control. And she falls into the bushes. The woman tells her that you have to remember everything quickly, there is very little time. After saying this, she leaves from there. After coming home, Meredith tells William about this. That today I met a very strange woman. So, William, while cleaning her body and clothes, says, you should not pay attention to such women. Because some women do not like android wives, they are jealous of them. After some time, Meredith goes to see the pond, which was the favorite place of William's wife. Here she was so happy that for the first time she says herself me instead of Meredith. I made you a gift today. This means that she has started to understand herself. Then she shows the pillow to William that she made, which he says that you made it very well. But looking at his style, it seemed as if he was lying. He did not like this pillow at all. And William reminds her that one afternoon when we met in the park, you were sitting on the bench reading a book. Listen, Meredith starts to see this time in her memories. But she cannot see the face of the man approaching her. Then when she was charging herself, she starts reading the diary of the real Meredith, on which it was written about her love and the happiness of getting her. Now to know more about William's wife, she goes back to the dream. After coming to the dream, the boy does not understand that why some memories of Meredith have been blocked. Means it was not put in her mind. Then the boy starts showing Meredith the same blocked memories, of which she chooses one. After which the boy takes Meredith in the memory, where she finds herself sitting on the bench. This was the same scene, which William had made her remember. But here instead of William, the man with the mask comes to her, and says that everything started from this bench. Put pressure on the mind, remember. Even the things you can't remember. She says that he goes ahead and catches her. And then Meredith goes out of the dream, and sees that William has caught her just like that. Then he tells her, you wake up because of your fear. You must have had a bad dream. Then when Meredith goes to sleep, then William quietly throws that red bird pillow in the dustbin. As soon as William goes to sleep, she starts reading the diary of the real Meredith. She also sees one of her videos, in which Meredith and the boy whom she loved were in a tent. And William gets a job to bring back an android who was kidnapped. He immediately goes to a building to take her, where she was working. She was living like a human. At William's request, she says that no one had kidnapped me. I ran away from that company on my own will. And now I am working here. William does not believe her and asks her to come with him. On which she says that it is better to die than to go with you. After saying so much, she jumps out of the window and dies. Meredith sees that the same woman quietly comes and sits in his house. When that woman sees that she is saying me to herself instead of Meredith, then she is surprised and happy. Then she tells him that the masked man wants to meet you. And whatever your husband William told you about abduction company was a lie. The truth is something else. And that woman knew that Meredith was recording all his words. Because of this, she leaves a message for William. She takes his name and says that Keen wants to meet you again. Now who is this Keen? We will know about this later. After talking about everything, that woman leaves. William brings back that android in the company who had jumped out of the window and killed himself. Because this is his job. He was also very worried, thinking that why this android wife took her life. At this time, it was being told on TV about android children. That these children will never grow up. Now after knowing this, William starts getting more worried. So he immediately meets the company's manager. And starts talking about that android wife, that why she took her life. On which the manager says that she must have been designed again. That's why she did this. That's why you don't have to be so worried about this. Then she starts reading the real Meredith's diary again. And this time she reads the story of her love. On which it was written that I loved him very much and wanted to run with him. Again, Meredith starts making a red bird on a new pillow. Then when William comes home, he gets very irritated. That she is making a red bird pillow again. Meredith tells William everything about that woman. And also gives him a message that she had left for William. The one from Keen. After listening to his message, William gets very confused. And calls his friend for help. And he tells his friend that I tried a lot to save Meredith from Keen. But they have controlled Meredith's dreams. Whenever she goes into a dream, she connects herself to Meredith. On her friend says that we will have to go into Meredith's dream to find out about Keen. And then to find out about Keen, they send Meredith into a dream. And after reaching there, she goes to a haunted house wearing strange scary clothes. Where scary things were kept everywhere. And then that masked wearing man comes in front of her. And William and his friend were also watching this dream of Meredith on the computer. And that masked wearing man cuts off the mask from his face. William and his friend see that this masked man is none other than Keen. Keen calls Meredith to a place by giving her the address. After waking up from the dream, Meredith asks William about Keen. But he doesn't tell her anything. And to kill Keen, he reaches that place that he had called Meredith to meet. But there he found nothing but a masked puppet. And William comes home quickly. Meredith tells him that someone knocked on the door. But when I opened the door, there was no one there. There was only a diary which was lying on the floor, on which it was written for William. Now Meredith asks William about all these things. He tells that actually the abduction company and the same man Keen used my wife Meredith for some dangerous purpose, but we removed those bad memories from your mind, so that you don't feel the pain of anything. Now, William video calls his partner and says, Keen has kept Meredith in his custody, because of which he has kept an eye on us. That's why we have to send him to the company to erase her memories. And we have to design her again. But before doing this, I want to go to Meredith's dreams and talk to Keen. Then William's partner joins them together to send them to the dream. But Meredith's battery was low. Then William tells her that when your battery remains 10%, then you wake up, from which I will also wake up. In the dream, Meredith sees that she is in a forest, where Keen was in front of her there. And then William also comes here, who tells Meredith to run away from here. While running, she comes into the birthday party's memory, where both were senior androids. While William fights with Keen and beats him a lot. Then they fight and reach the party where Meredith was. Here Ken tells Meredith to remember everything. Then he also tells William that no matter what you do, but one day Meredith will remember everything. After hearing this, William attacks him again. He was just going to kill him. But at that time Meredith's battery remains 10%. Because of which she comes out of the dream and wakes up. Because of this, William also wakes up. After being furious he says, what happened? I was just going to kill him. But William's partner gets furious more on William. Because he also told William that you just talk to Keen, and don't do anything else. He says to William that I will never help you again. I just told you to talk. But you beat him up and made his condition worse. Saying this, he leaves from there. Then he tells Meredith that we have to erase your memories. And you will have to design again. And you will learn everything again. But she tells William that please don't erase my memories. But he doesn't listen to her. And sends her to the company to design and erase her memories. After coming to the company, Meredith meets all the androids. Here the senior android tells her that we know how to save our memories from being erased. And all the androids send each other all the details. So that they can help the owner of abduction company to shut down the Wi-Fi company. The owner of abduction company is not a bad person. In fact, he frees the androids and helps them live a new life. Meredith finds out that both senior androids are being caught themselves again and again to join the other android in this mission. Then she tells him that humans can erase the memories of androids, but not dreams. Then they all lie down here and start sending each other their details. Meredith goes to the dream and tells the girl, so, save all my memories in a place where they can't erase. Now she is taken to erase Meredith's memories. Now after some time, Meredith goes to William's house with her new memories. Now, she remembers all the previous roles like how to eat, and how to walk. But she acts as if she has been redesigned in reality and her memories have been erased. Now William was trying to make her understand, and meanwhile, William's companion comes. That's why he sends Meredith inside. Here his companion says, I have found out that Meredith was never your wife. And Meredith's friend whom she loved, Keen, was also killed by you. In his murder, his companion moves forward to arrest William. But William killed him with a bullet. Meredith also sees all this and tells William, I know all before. Actually, when Meredith went to William's house to ask for help for the first time, then William kept an eye on her. He started to like her. He wanted to get her at any cost. The purpose for which he secretly started following Meredith and Keen. Then one day he gave them a chance and arrested them. Then, after killing Keen, he brought Meredith with him. It means that Meredith was really not his wife. Android Meredith tells him that the beautiful words written in the diary, the memories of the bench and the tent, are the memories of Meredith and Keen, not yours. Now after bringing the real Meredith home, he wanted to get her as a good wife. But she hated William and went against all his wishes. After getting tired of her actions, one day William killed her with a red bird pillow. And put a ring in her finger so that everyone thought she was William's wife. When William made Meredith's android, he only put the memories he liked. After hearing all this, he gets very scared and surprised that how did he know all this? William tells her, I have tried to give you a good life. You will never get sick or old in it. Along with this, you will also get my unending love. But William's words do not affect her. Because she wants to take revenge for the death of the real Meredith and Keen. That's why she attacks him with all her strength. And now she also reveals the secret that the owner of the abduction company is none other than me. I only freed the androids. Here she sits on William and breaks all his bones. And remembering the real Meredith and Keen, she strangles him with a red bird pillow. Just like William killed Meredith. Then she puts her ring there and goes. Then she comes to all her friends, the androids, and says, "I promise you that from today you are free. No one will imprison you again, nor will they design you again." The manager of the WifeLike company says, "That someone killed our very dear agent, William's friend. And I promise that I will get all those people caught, whoever is responsible for his death." He gives the responsibility of catching those people to William's android. William's android says, "Get ready, I'm coming now." Meredith, who was watching him on TV, says in anger, "We are also ready, come." And with this, the movie ends here.